There are no trumpets when quiet men rise, no grand processions, no declarations from balconies. Just a quiet notice in a court circular, a shift in initials, and a ripple that moves through the palace with the grace of silk across stone. Sir Timothy Laurence has just been elevated to Knight Grand Cross of the Royal Victorian Order. To most, this means very little. Another ribbon, another medal. But to those who understand the language of monarchy, the symbols, the timing, the subtext, it signals something deeper, perhaps even a recalibration. Welcome to Crown Verse, where we read beyond the press release. If you want stories that don't just tell you what happened, but what it could mean, subscribe now. Because in the world of royalty, every honor is a message, and every message has a sender. Let's begin. Sir Timothy Laurence is not often the subject of headlines. He rarely gives interviews. He walks 2 steps behind. He does not perform official royal duties of his own. And yet he has been a constant shadow in the Windsor orbit for nearly 30 decades. Born in 1955, Laurence is a retired Royal Navy officer with a career marked by steady service, discipline, and discretion. He first entered royal proximity in the 1980s, serving as equerry to Queen Elizabeth II. It was in this role that he met Princess Anne. Their relationship began in the years following her separation from Mark Phillips. They married in 1992. Unlike other royal spouses, Laurence did not receive a title upon marriage. He became the Queen's son-in-law, but not a prince. He was not required to perform public engagements. And yet over the years he has been ever present, walking behind Anne during events, appearing at state functions, attending funerals, standing in silent support during royal crises. It is, by all measures, a life of quiet loyalty, and in royal terms, loyalty is currency. On a recent afternoon, that currency was honored in full. King Charles III promoted Laurence from Knight Commander, KCVO, to Knight Grand Cross, GCVO, of the Royal Victorian Order. It is the highest rank within the order, typically reserved for those who have provided extraordinary personal service to the sovereign. The promotion was included in the official court circular, a document so understated it often escapes public notice. But this entry drew attention because of the person, the moment, and the message it may carry. Let's begin with the honor itself. The Royal Victorian Order was established in 1896 by Queen Victoria to recognize personal service to the monarch. Unlike knighthoods conferred by the government, the RVO is entirely within the monarch's gift. It is not influenced by political recommendation or public petition. It reflects personal regard. To receive the GCVO is rare. It places Laurence in symbolic parity with figures like Queen Camilla, Catherine, Princess of Wales, and the Duchess of Edinburgh, all of whom have received this distinction. But what does this really mean? It's important to be precise. This honor does not elevate Laurence to royal status. It does not give him new powers, new duties, or constitutional significance. He remains outside the formal working royal corps. He is still a private individual by royal standards. And yet the gesture matters. In a time where the monarchy is being reshaped by necessity, through loss, illness, scandal, and departure, every name that remains close to the crown takes on greater weight. The senior royals are fewer. Charles, Camilla, William, Catherine, Anne, Edward, and Sophie form the slimmed-down working team. But health challenges have altered availability. Catherine is in recovery. Charles himself is undergoing cancer treatment. And in the background stand those whose presence ensures continuity. Sir Timothy Laurence is one of them. Consider his role during the funerals of Queen Elizabeth and Prince Philip. He walked beside Anne, unflinching. He comforted younger royals. He maintained protocol without spectacle. His demeanor conveyed the monarchy's preferred image: stable, discreet, reliable. This promotion, then, can be read as acknowledgement, not of new duties, but of enduring constancy. A recognition by King Charles that, in moments of transition, those who stand steady must be seen. There may also be a deeper familial gesture at play. Timothy Laurence is the king's brother-in-law. The two men have long shared the demands of duty from different positions, Charles at the center, Laurence at the edge. Both are products of military discipline. Both have served the institution with restraint. And both understand, intimately, the weight of expectation. In granting Laurence the GCVO, Charles is perhaps doing more than honoring a man. He is reaffirming a value system, one that rewards loyalty over performance, service over spotlight. But why now? This question remains open. There was no occasion, no event to justify the timing. The honor was not part of a broader investiture. It stood alone, quiet but deliberate. One theory is that Charles, aware of his own health and the uncertainty that shadows every monarch, is moving to ensure key figures are recognized while he can still bestow such gifts personally. The Royal Victorian Order, after all, is one of the few honors he alone controls. Another interpretation is symbolic, that in the context of growing speculation over the monarchy's future, of abdication rumors, shifting roles and structural strain, Charles is reaffirming the architecture of his court, rewarding those who uphold its tone, reminding the public, and perhaps the institution itself, that not all power is loud. Some have wondered whether this honor could mark a subtle shift in Laurence's role, perhaps more visibility beside Princess Anne, perhaps informal presence at events requiring senior gravitas. But the palace has offered no such suggestion. The honor stands as it is, an acknowledgement, not an assignment. Of course, royal watchers have not missed the drama embedded in silence. In an age where royal spouses often dominate headlines, whether through scandal, defiance, or personal branding, Sir Timothy Laurence has remained the anti-headline. There are no memoirs, no interviews, no leaked texts. His entire persona resists spectacle, and in that resistance, he has become something rare, a symbol of the monarchy's old code. The idea that duty is what you do, not what you claim. That proximity to power should serve power, not siphon it. It is perhaps why this moment matters so much. Because in celebrating Laurence, King Charles is also celebrating that code. At a time when the monarchy is increasingly required to explain itself, justify its spending, and adapt to modern scrutiny, this promotion is a quiet reaffirmation of core values: loyalty, privacy, service. It's unlikely that Sir Timothy will change. He will not begin issuing statements. He will not start making solo appearances. He will continue to walk beside Anne, hands behind back, gaze forward. But now when he does so with a new ribbon on his chest, a ribbon that speaks volumes, even when he does not. In the long arc of monarchy, such gestures often appear small, but they accumulate. They form the undercurrent of legacy. They show us who matters and why. This is Crown Verse, where stories like this, quiet, layered, meaningful, are given the attention they deserve. If you believe that royal history isn't just about crowns and scandals, but also about the people who hold institutions together, subscribe now. Because the men and women who whisper, not shout, often shape the crown's future more than we know. And in Sir Timothy Laurence, the monarchy has found such a man.